This is Deductor, bringing you what you, the viewers, all want. And we all know there's only one thing everyone wants, which is more Battle Brothers. According to Steam, I have apparently 1,988 hours in this game of all insane things. I do not even know how I accumulated all those hours over all these years. But I'm at this stage of Battle Brothers where I just want to have a good time. I want to see what the characters are going to do and what they're going to become. And I'm not going to worry so much about like trying to get to a superpower company in as fast of a in-game days as possible. So this will be a more roleplay focused playthrough. And I am going to do a new campaign as the Varangian Guard, aka the Northern Raiders. And I will, instead of commenting on all the little decisions and battle tactics and so forth, and I know there are viewers out there who appreciate those things, but I don't think that's what really makes for a great video. I think it's getting to know the brothers, getting to know what they want to become, what their goals are, kind of like the personal goals in Gloomhaven. And just, looking fantastic. How can you be a bunch of barbarians and look incredible? All of these fashion decisions are really what Battle Brothers is about at the end of the day. So let's do that. And I am, of course, the commander of the squad, but let's get to know the characters as soon as we load into the game. And if you want to be a member of the squad, just let me know, and I will slot you in as soon as our original brothers die. I actually expect this playthrough to go pretty quickly, and I'm gonna die pretty horribly. Because the Northern Raiders, at least on unexplored maps, I think is the beginning actually the hardest of all of the origins. It's specifically the unexplored map, just because so much of the map is hostile towards you. And you could roll a seed where like you have just the 3 southern towns be friendly towards you, and it's like the south is gonna like just massacre you. Those like hyenas and snakes and the nomads with assassins. Can't beat those things early on. But let's see how far we get. Okay, the Northern Raiders origin, you are basically a group of barbarian raiders. I'm their commander, and a monk convinces us to head south because we can make more money being mercenaries. Just like the historical Varangian Guard, they were personal bodyguards of the Byzantine Emperor, and they were his elite military unit, and they were composed mostly of Northmen, of basically Vikings. So very fitting for this origin. So let's take a look at the brothers. Welcome to the ceremonial inspection of the troops. We have Rippy, a determined barbarian. He has been through many campaigns of raiding and pillaging. And although a man of few words, the raider is an absolutely vicious specimen in battle. Even for a raider, what he does to defeated villagers irks many. It is likely he came to you to satiate his more sadistic lusts. All right, Rippy, we're not going to do any of that sadistic lust nonsense, but you are definitely going to be a strong warrior in our professional mercenary outfit. That's the goal. To become professionals. So what are you going to do? I am thinking that you could use a bit of old adrenaline, and because of that, I do not mind putting just a touch of fatigue on you, buddy. Although hit points is, of course, you cannot really go wrong just having tons and tons of hit points, but you know what? let's make you more, increase your endurance, buddy. Then this is a good time to increase your endurance even more, I'm thinking. Why not? Who needs defense? You don't need to learn to defend if you know how to go quick. And you know what? Learn how to take a couple hits, buddy. Learn how to take a couple hits. Then, Seal. You are actually reasonably quick, but I am thinking that you have the potential to be someone who has a lot of endurance and can wear heavy armor. So we're gonna go in that direction for you, buddy. And similarly, why don't you learn how to take a hit or two? And I don't quite know what else to do with you for now, so why don't we teach you, you know, just get a little bit better in every respect, especially increase your resolve, buddy. Everybody in this company needs to stand their ground. The Varangian guard does not break. Oh, Aya is very quick, and he's the Chosen. Such a fitting epitaph for him, isn't it? So let's increase your speed even more. You know what? Learn you how to hit quick and duck and weave, buddy. Duck and weave. Now let's distribute the gear to the men. And we also have Nightwork. Don't forget about Nightwork. He is a monk, and he's the person who convinced us to head south. So why don't you have the puppies? We all know monks love puppies, and some bandages. You have literally no weapon, but we'll find you a weapon sooner or later. Looks like our men are prepared. We have some loot we can sell off, as long as we can find a friendly town to do so. And we can see that there are only a couple of hostile towns. And two of the houses hate us. House Periwinger is completely hostile, and House Alderic is merely threatening. In fact, we might even be able to repair relationships with them. But they only control a small number of towns in the world. So as soon as we can find House Turaf, then we will have a base of operations to work from. We just have to survive until we get to that point. So, men, let's head south from the tundra. And for now, we can stick along the roads. I think that will be perfectly okay. If we see some noble patrols, we will have to run away, but that is okay. Step on these mountains. There are a few war dogs, so we will need to run very, very quickly. Some billmen. They're coming at us, and we might not be able to avoid them. There is another group of soldiers coming at us. It's imperative we do not get caught by the war dogs, so I'm thinking we can engage these soldiers and just run away. Might lose a little renown, but that's okay. I know, men, I know you're all bloodthirsty barbarians, but look, this is what we're trying to become. We're trying to become these professional soldiers, and we're just not there yet. So your odds of victory are, for now, terrible. So we will merely engage them and then fall back. I know, everyone. You don't want to run away, but can't be helped right now. One day we will avenge ourselves, but it is not this day. Let's follow the road along to the south. Whatever you do, do not go into the woods, especially not at night. Who knows what manner of beasts and monstrosities or brigands lurk there. And we cannot fight them until we get more men. We need more men for the Varangian Guard. All right, we've come a little bit ways south. Let's hit up these mountains, see what we see. There's a town to the west, but it may well be a hostile town. Which way should we go? Let's head west a little bit and step on the mountains to the west to take a look. We do not want to fight more noble soldiers if we can avoid it. Yep, this is still House Perlwinger, and the road ends here. This particular road goes north, but it's still safer to travel along the roads. Going into the wilderness at this time is not advisable. So we'll head north along this road just a little bit. And it's very important we do not go into the woods, men. Whatever you do, do not go into the woods at night. That is how you get ambushed, and, well, that'll be over. At least you'll die quick and brutally painful deaths. So that's something. Road bends a little bit. As soon as it's daylight and we can see better, then we might risk going off-road. And there is another town here. They have some militia. Now, militia are not the strongest enemies, but we are not in a position that will allow us to successfully fight off these militia. So, perhaps in the future we'll come back and raid them, but for now, we will venture elsewhere. And there is also a Brigand camp, Hangman Fort. Could be an opportunity for loot in the future, but not right now. Looks like the town probably has a road to the east, but we simply cannot afford to go there. And we need to avoid a Brigand camp as well. Our odds of survival against these brigands are not great. And don't go into the woods, men. Do not do that. Alright, our men want an ambition. We could attempt to find allies, but that might prove difficult given the choices out there. But who knows? Plundering a camp sounds like a good idea to me. We could also try to attack caravans, but that's not reliable, at least not right now. And we do want a dozen men in the company, but it's a little early for that. It doesn't seem very realistic. Some brigands have come out, but we cannot hope to beat these brigands just yet. And now we are in the swamps and hills. Not where I want to be, but it is where we have to be for now. Oh, such an extensive swamp. Let's take a look on this mountain here, men. There's a castle. Militia and the brigands are fighting each other. And it looks like the brigands are winning. Not a surprise. That town, Wagenheim, is indeed very vulnerable to looting. But we simply cannot afford to do so, because we need more men. Alright, it's the afternoon already, men. Watch out. These hills should be okay until it gets dark, but for now, going through the hills is fine, and as long as we can find some grassland to go to at night, we should be able to avoid most ambushes. And getting quite a bit far south, there's got to be some friendly towns nearby somewhere. Oh, another road. That looks promising. Why don't we travel along the road, but head south. Further south we go, the more likely we're going to find a town or village you've never heard of us, where we can resupply and hire more recruits. There's a group of mercenaries fighting something. Fighting Noxers of all things. Perhaps we can join in and sharing some of the glory. Or perhaps not. Looks like the mercenaries made quick work of two of the Noxerers, or as we like to call them, nachos. But there might be an opportunity for us to steal a kill. These mercenaries aren't that quick. So Aya, go here and just, you know, get ready. Let's see what the mercenaries do. They're attacking, but despite the fact that the nacho is in a net, they seem to struggle to hit it. Rippy, buddy, don't you have the Ode Adrenaline ability? I believe you do. Go quick, buddy. Go quick. Oh, Rippy. Your first kill of the campaign and the first kill of everyone. This is what I want everyone to be. You got the Noxer horn. Good job, buddy. You got some experience from your battle. You just ran in there, let the mercenaries do the hard work, and bam, cut that Noxer down with your axe hammer. Good job, buddy. This is a great start. Okay, everybody needs to remember this. We have to fight as unfair and dishonorable as possible. There is no glory in defeat. There is only glory in victory. And I do not care how you win, men. I want you to use every single advantage. You know, go for the groin, go for the eyes. You know, do whatever it takes. Well done, Rippy. Let you be an inspiration to the rest of the company. And you are a determined fellow there. Like, not a surprise, of course. Apparently everybody is slightly happier because we won that battle of all things. Also, this group, Falkenberg's Legion, oh, what a great name, but they're hired by Weisenmark. So there's a town nearby called Weisenmark that never heard of us. And there is a town right here, perhaps this is Weisenmark. And we might be, oh, look at that, Weisenmark, indeed. It's a large town. Let's see what's going on. It is at night, and they are raided, but that means our goods are worth more when it's day. So some brigands burned down my own man's farm. Okay, so there are brigands nearby, we know that. Brigands, yes. How many crowds are we talking about? Drive off brigands out of Randolph's Watch, north of Weisenmark. I'll need a little bit of time to think about that. And then this is more brigands. Follow the tracks to find more brigands. Okay. And what is this one? Caravan. We will not be escorting any sort of caravans. You never know what sort of hostile mercenaries or soldiers might find us and attack. We are not strong enough to deal with that. Randall's Watch. Okay, that's up here. So this fortress in the swamp has brigands in it. Why don't we wait for daylight so we can get some more recruits? And Weisenmark seems to be a large city to the west. There's a path to the south and to the east. We want to try to stay south as much as possible. So let's see what we can do in the town. Begin by selling off our loot. And there's a cheap knife. Relatively speaking cheap. And who can we hire? It's a decent number of recruits, so I'm gonna take a look at our options. After perusing the town markets and looking through the list of men who want to join up with the company, we have exchanged our looted silver and other trinkets to these southerners and recruited 3 brothers. Sergey, he used to be a miller, and he may not be the best warrior right now, but he seems to have some potential, at least when it comes to ducking and weaving. So I purchased this newfangled contraption called a shield. We don't see these up north, but we're in the south now, and we gotta, do like the southerners do. And you're gonna hold a shield, buddy, and see how that works out. Then we have Tim, who is a shepherd, and he's got some potential for being a good combatant. He seems to know how to hit people. And then we have F. Seidlitz, who he is a superstitious fella, but he hates beasts, so that makes up for it. And he's pretty quick too. He used to be a juggler of all crazy things, but he's got some potential as well. A little scrawny, but don't worry. We're gonna teach you how to bulk up. Rippy and Seo, you're gonna teach some of these Southerners, like, train them. Exactly. And Nightwarg, he's still got our mascot, Fenrir the Warhound, and we've even given him a little knife in the pocket. Purchased this contraption called a spear. Some of the newer barbarians know how to use this weapon, so it seems like an appropriate tool for someone like F. Seidlitz. And Tim has a dagger that will allow him to bypass armor. Many of our brothers are very quick, so we might be able to attack before these brigands even know what hit them. Speaking of brigands hitting us, let's begin by finding these fools who have stolen a ceremonial staff, and we will deal with them. They have gone near the forest, and there's 7 of them, but they're not standing in the forest or the swamp. Now the question is, do we want to engage them in the forest, perhaps? Or because we can manipulate the battlefield to our advantage. I'm thinking we do want to manipulate things so that we are in the forest. That will give us probably a better opportunity for Rippy, Seo, and Aya to show off their skills. 2 arms, men. Oh. Let's begin by seeing what these brigands are going to do. One of these brigands has a nasty looking axe. Be ideal if we could destroy him. All right, men. The brigands have made a basic mistake. They've divided their forces. We are far too clever for that to not take advantage of that. All right, man, you gotta remember, fight as unfair as possible. This is very, very important. See what they do. Nightwork, I know you're not great with the staff, but you never know. You could hit them with your... Nope. Hiya, buddy. Oh, you stay here. See what these fools do. Rippy, why don't you go up and teach this fool a lesson right in the noggin? It's not a very quick, it's not very quick, so we don't need to go very quick. Sergey, hold up your shield, buddy. Ah, you're doing a good job with your shield. Nightwarg, 2 rocks? Hey, yeah, managed to hit once. Rippy, how did you lose your confidence? What sort of nonsense is that? Knock that clown out. And then knock this other clown. Okay. Why don't you just go quick next turn? But there's no need to go crazy. Sergey. Just a little stab. Little stab. And Aya, why don't you come up here and give this brigand thug a deep abdominal cut. He's not liking that one bit. Theo, why don't you go up and give this brigand a bonk on the noggin? That's all right, buddy. Tim, you could survive a bonk on the noggin. All right, none of them knows how to hit, but that's quite okay. Tim, don't die. Good job, Tim. First battle of the campaign, and you learn how to dodge. But now, Tim, you need to learn how to hit back. Oh, this brigand with the cleaver is actually quicker than Rippy. Tim, buddy, you need to learn how to hit. All right, Rippy, buddy, you got bonked in the head, but it's okay. It's okay. Just a little bleed. Just a little bleed. Aya, counterattack. Well done. And Rippy's going to counterattack after this. In fact, Aya, why don't you come up and deal with this particular thug right here. Rippy, swing it at him twice. And now, let's go quick. And Sio, get the brigand who is running. Oh, buddy, you missed. All right, that's okay. Night Warg. Unleash Fenrir, the Warhound. Get him, Fenrir. Yes, Fenrir. So strong. Sergey, buddy, I know you're on the hill, but truly, it doesn't really matter. This particular thug has a puny weapon that can't hurt you. Why don't you come down the hill? And then what? Thinking that lives are meant a little more valuable. So, silence, attack. A little more valuable than the potential for loot, is what I mean. Well done, Rippy, well done. You're forcing this brigand to flee like the coward that he is. Tim, why don't you come back here? Yes, Fenrir! Oh no, Fenrir, you put yourself in a bad position, buddy! Aya, good job cutting the neck vein of this thug. Fenrir! Oh, no! Ah! We must save our puppy! F. Silence, you almost killed this thug. He's got a pierced side, but he's not quite dead yet. Seal! Save Fenrir! No! No! Alright, Sergey, you got 53% chance. Well done, buddy. And then come up and try to make this brigand flee, but nope, he's not going to flee. Not that he could do much. Fenrir is faster than the Warhound. I mean, is faster than the thug. F. Salitz, try to force this thug to flee so as to panic the other thug. Yes! F. Salitz, such a professional. Well done, everyone. And now for the ceremonial killing of the fleeing brigands. Rippy, you got bumped in the head a little bit there by that cleaver, but you're all right. Just a little bleed. That's nothing. Sergey, you took a hit here or there, but that's quite all right as well. And despite the fact that we destroyed that Gambison armor, we recovered it, and we could even fix it up and give it to one of our men, or one of our new brothers. Fantastic. Well done, everyone. What a phenomenal second battle of the campaign. Although I suppose maybe we should not count that first battle against the Noxers, huh? In any event, this seems like a good place to end the first chapter of our tale. And the next time around, let's see how the brothers do in the swamp against more brigands. Thank you for watching. Until next time.